Heat waves don't just make you sweat, they move real money, fast, in a way that's almost invisible unless you know where to look. Right now, there's a heat dome sitting over 2/3 of the country, and 200 million people are about to feel it. Temperatures climbing into triple digits, and yeah, it's miserable. But here's the part nobody's talking about. So picture a giant lid pressed down over the sky, trapping hot air with nowhere to go. That's the heat dome. Temperatures climb into the high 90s, low hundreds, and with humidity factored in, it can feel like 110.
And the second it gets that hot, basically every air conditioner in the country turns on at the same time.
That's not a small thing. That's tens of millions of homes pulling from the grid simultaneously for days in a row. And electricity, unlike most things you buy, gets priced almost in real time based on demand. So when everyone needs power at once, the price of that power doesn't creep up, winchy, it spikes. Here's a real number. Just last week, during this exact heat wave, wholesale electricity prices in New England jumped from $65 a megawatt hour to over $1,100 a megawatt hour in a matter of days. That's not a typo, Gael. That's roughly a 17 times increase, just from heat-driven demand. Now, you personally don't pay wholesale prices. Hout. Utilities usually buffer that for you. But that cost doesn't just disappear. It gets baked into future rate adjustments, into peak demand surcharges some utilities now charge, and into the rate hikes utilities request from regulators to cover exactly this kind of stress event.
And it's not just your electric bill. Insurers price risk the same way.
More heat waves, more strain on infrastructure, more AC-related claims, more wildfire risk in dry states.
All of that gets factored into your home insurance premium, especially if you live somewhere like Texas, Florida, or California, where extreme weather has already pushed insurers to raise rates or pull out of certain markets entirely. So here's the actual chain. Heat dome spikes electricity demand, spikes wholesale power prices, which utilities pass through to you over time, while insurers separately price in the growing risk of extreme weather into your premium. One hot week, 2 different bills, both quietly getting more expensive.
And this isn't a one-off. The grid's own reliability watchdog is projecting electricity demand to keep climbing year over year, driven by AC use, data centers, and hotter summers becoming the norm, not the exception.
Which means weeks like this one aren't an anomaly anymore. They're becoming the baseline the entire pricing system is built around. So next time it's stupidly hot outside, you're not just uncomfortable, you're watching a pricing mechanism play out in real time. The thermostat goes up, and somewhere down the line, so does the bill. Stay cool. And maybe check what your utility's peak rate actually is.